This should come as no surprise. Vocal tracks typically perform better. Sure, there's some great instrumental records that have come out over the years, but most records that perform very well with streams, that do very well with labels, and turn out as hits, well, those songs have vocals. And for that, we need places to get them. We have to find vocals or samples or vocalists, and it's no shock that our students have the best results with those vocal tracks. And the vocals that they get, and from the places where they get them, might surprise you. So I'm going to show you 7 different places or methods for you to obtain vocals and work with vocalists. First, if you don't know, I'm Justin. I run Cosmic Academy. We're an artist development school, and we've been around now for over 11 years. And we've worked with over 700 incredible artists. And these artists, they get the best results. They sign to the biggest labels, like Spinnin, Defected, Toolroom, Armada, Anjuna. They play the biggest shows, EDC, Electric Zoo, Tomorrowland. And a lot of the records that they sign, that they do very well with, yes, for the most part, are vocals. So they use the methods that I'm about to teach you today. So let's dive in. First, I need you to smash that like button. I don't know what it does. I was told that if you smash it, it helps send dogs and puppies into space. The dogs and the puppies, they want to be with us. They see us going to space and they want to go there too. So if you smash that like button, it helps send puppies and dogs to space. Let's start that training program. So 7 ways or places to find vocals and vocalists. The first one is kind of obvious and you might already know it. Plenty of websites and plenty of services such as Splice. Splice is a sample company, and there's many like it. I'm just using Splice as a placeholder, but there's a lot of them. What they do is they sell you a vocal sample, or they'll sell you a sound from their vast library, and then you can use that sound in your record. The negative to some of these sites like Splice is that these samples, these vocals, are not exclusive. What that means is, let's say you find a great vocal that you found on Splice, and you put it on your song, and now you want to get it signed or you want to release it. The problem there is that vocal you used was not exclusive for you, and it might have been already used by 500 or thousands of other producers. And this actually happens quite a bit. Someone will put together a great record, they'll spend all this time on it, has a Splice sample on it, and it comes out and there's 50 others with the same sample. Now, maybe you don't care about that, and that's okay too, but there are some sites where you can get those vocals or those sounds exclusive or semi-exclusive. And that's place number 2 we're going to talk about. So number 2 on our list are sites that are exclusive or semi-exclusive for vocal samples. There's sites like Vocalio, Vocalfy, and those sites you can buy vocals that are either exclusive or semi-exclusive. If it's exclusive, that means it's yours and no one else is going to have it. If it's semi-exclusive, then there might be a limit on how many people may have already had it or can have it in general. So it's capped at 5 uses or 10 uses. And that's a bit better than what Splice is doing with you. If 10 people have the same vocal, that's nothing. There are some vocal samples on Splice that 100 or thousands of producers are using. But if you want absolute exclusivity and you want to work directly with the vocalist, then the next section is even more perfect for you. Number 3, sites like Sound Better. Sound Better is a marketplace where you can work directly with the vocalist. You can communicate and directly hire a vocalist, do a split sheet with them or pay them a flat fee and have them do your vocals. It can work in different ways where one way you can maybe send them an instrumental and pay them or compensate them for writing and putting vocals on top of your instrumental. Other times you come up with the idea of the vocal. Maybe you write the lyrics and you do a scratch version of it and you send that to them as an idea and say, hey, can you sing this for me? So there's quite a few different ways to do it, but a lot of our students do like to use Sound Better. It's a very, very reliable marketplace. And if you want custom vocals and be really working with someone, it's a great spot to check out. And if you do like the idea of working with someone, the next section you're really going to love. Number 4, hiring vocalists through social media. Yes, through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. This is actually like my favorite method. This is where the real hustler comes out, where you're like searching through the weeds, where you're really in the trenches of things. You can go on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and you can just search for vocal covers. You can search the hashtags, hashtag vocalist, hashtag vocal covers, hashtag acoustic covers, and you will find just regular people singing songs. These might not be professional vocalists, and maybe that's better because these people might just be doing it for fun in their basement and having a good time. And a lot of my students have met great singers by searching for them and using this method. You send them a DM, you say, hey, I love how you sound, I love your voice. Would you like to collaborate on a song? I'm a producer. There's some very famous examples of great vocalists being discovered just through social media. Probably the most famous one is Justin Bieber being discovered on YouTube. Or my favorite one, there's the story of how that amazing Deadmau5 record, The Veld, he wanted a vocalist for that, and he just started going through Twitter and his Twitter audience, and he met Chris James, and it all happened over a live stream. I think it was on Twitch, and that's an amazing vocal song. So don't ignore this method. Don't sleep on finding people and collaborators on social media. Social media, we always think about just content, but it's also a great place to network. Number 5, another great place to find other vocalists, communities. So many of our students meet their vocalists within our community at Cosmic Academy. If you don't know, we have this incredible school, Cosmic Academy. And one of the perks for the people that join our school is they also join our forever community. And it's really tight, and the people here are amazing. This is where our student Mansion, who's got a really cool voice, met and teamed up with our other student, Charles D. They made a really great track, great vocal track that ended up getting signed by Eric Prydz. It ended up being a really huge release on a really great label. Also in our community, I remember when Kalelo at Fremont, they teamed up for a great vocal track. They even eventually met up in person, recorded vocals at Fremont's place. Just shortly after that track, Kalelo was playing her first EDC. So being part of a community, whether it's through a school like ours, or a Discord, or a collective, that's an excellent place for you to do this. If you do want to apply to a program like ours, I'm gonna leave a link below in the comments. Let's jump to number 6, using your own vocals. You might be saying, no, Justin, I can't sing, I can't use my own vocals. Well, a lot of our students said that too. But then with the magic of vocal processing, they end up using their vocals and getting great results. Like we have our student Rebecca. She goes by Bexy. She was never a singer before. She never took any singing lessons, and she just started to use her vocals, start learning vocal processing and putting them on her own records, and they started sounding really good. And those songs started getting signed to the biggest labels in dance music. Some of the songs with her own vocals got signed to Anjuna, got signed to Thrive, and she's continuing to do it. Another example of one of our students is Nostalgics. Nostalgics has been using her own vocals now on songs that have been signed to Nightbase, Confession, Dim Mak. Yes, you need to learn a few things, but with the technology today, you do not need to be Adele to make a good vocal track. Speaking of technology, let's get to number 7. Number 7 way of getting good vocals is using AI. There's so many cool tools today where you can use AI to create custom vocals. Some of these tools will allow you to change the way and manipulate the way that the voice sounds. You can give it different accents, different keys. With a lot of them, you just input any words, any phrases that you want, and then what comes out is a vocal. And there's a few different ones. There's one called Fake You. There's another one from 11 Labs. But before I continue, I realized I actually did an entire AI tools video where we went through like 10 or 20 of these AI tools. And I'm going to put that video up right here for you to watch next, because in that video, we explored this topic, but also AI tools for marketing and producing, all these other great things. So go watch that next, and I'll see you in there.